Hello everyone, you're welcome to Science Podcast with Akere Oladimiji Philip. How has been your week and all? On today's edition of the podcast, I will talk about Rhesus Factor, the introduction and the mechanism, then a condition under this factor called erythroblastosis fetalis. Alright, what you do here is you pause the video to read through the notes, but I will explain what is in the video here. Now, on this slide here, it talks about the fact that resource system or resource factor is a blood system, just like ABO blood system, in which there is an antigen outside. However, unlike the ABO blood system, the red blood cell does not have an antibody inside. So it means the red blood cells in the context of resource factor only have resource antigen on the outside. Now, the person that has resource antigen on the outside is said to be resource positive, and the one that doesn't have outside is called resource negative. Please bear in mind that they don't have antigen antibody inside the red blood cell like the one of ABO blood system. Now, even though I say that they don't have antibody inside the red blood cell, this is what happens. If a rhesus negative person receives blood from a rhesus positive person, what does that mean? It means the person that does not have antigen, does not have rhesus antigen on his red blood cell, receives blood from somebody which is rhesus positive that has rhesus antigen on the surface of the red blood cell. What happens the first time is that there's no problem. However, the rhesus negative persons and the person's blood will now develop antibody against that rhesus positive for the first time. The first time, like I said, there will not be any problem. But because he has collected, what do I mean? Let me give you an example. Let's say me, I'm rhesus negative. You are rhesus positive. The first time I collect blood from you as a rhesus positive person, my own blood will develop antibody against rhesus positive. But because it's the first time, there will not be any problem. But the second time I collect blood from you as a positive person, you are the positive, me I'm the negative. The second time I collect your blood, there will be serious problem because my body has formed antibody against rhesus positive. So the next time I collect it like this, there will be serious agglutination. That is the problem here. All right. However, this is what I want to understand. You being a positive person, rhesus positive, you can collect my blood. But me as a negative, I cannot collect your blood. That is the issue here. So it means that rhesus positive can receive blood from rhesus negative, but rhesus negative cannot receive blood from rhesus positive. All right. Now, in the inheritance of this, you inherit this as a dominant factor. It could be DD or if it is D, capital letter D2D, that is a rhesus positive homozygous or rhesus positive heterozygous with small d and big D. If you go to the previous previous slide, you should be able to understand what D means. This is just the gene we use to represent the rhesus positive and negative. That's all. All right. Now, transmission of incompatibility. Just pause this. What we have here is just what I explained. All right. What we have is just what I explained. All right. Erythroblastosis fetalis. This is one of the hemolytic diseases in the infants. What happens here? It means that the red blood cells literally breaks because they are not matured. Now, it is due to incompatibility that is the difference between the blood group of the mother and the baby. Can you imagine? That means the mother and the baby's blood group is not the same. And this occurs when the mother is rhesus negative and is now carrying a rhesus positive child. Like I told you earlier, I said that a rhesus negative person cannot collect blood from a rhesus positive person. So it means that during birth, when you read through this slide, you understand. During birth, when the woman is giving birth, there's some tear, as in the birth canal will tear a little bit. So the blood of the mother will mix the blood of the child. But because the child is rhesus positive and the mother is rhesus negative, that mixing of their blood will make the mother's blood to create antibody against rhesus positive blood. So, but that first child is safe. The second time the woman now gets pregnant, if she now carries another positive child, as having a positive child, all the antibody that her body has created from the first child will cross the placenta and go and attack the child. This is the case, and it's going to lead to what? Agglutination. This is what I'm talking about here. If you read through this is the first time here. You can see the child is rhesus positive, the mother is what? Rhesus negative. Now you can see here that the mother has now developed anti-rhesus antibodies. Those things that looks like wild, this greenish thing. So you can see now, but some of them they are not enough to attack the child, so nothing happens. Now, when the woman now goes and gets pregnant again with another child that is rhesus positive, see what happens. All the antigen, can you see them? I mean antibody, which those white things are attacking the red blood cells that are what? Carrying rhesus positive, and this will lead to erythroblastosis fetalis. So these three things, the first one talks about when the woman just did the thing, have the child, there was no problem, but some little part of her body will develop that thing. But if it will now become more when the woman is giving birth, that's when the blood will touch. Now this third one talks about how the woman's body, this third one is very important, has developed the antibody. Now it's now fighting against the child, and the baby's blood becomes at risk, and the baby will die. Sincerely, the baby will die because the red blood cells will not be able to mature, because the antibody from the mother are attacking the red blood cell of the child, and this is how the child looks like. Can you see? This is a child that died from erythroblastosis fetalis. He or she died because the red blood cells are not mature. You can see how the body has swollen. All our body is filled up with dead red blood cells. So this is what erythroblastosis means, and it's an application of rhesus factor. I hope you're able to understand this concept. If you have any question, talk to me on WhatsApp, and I wish you all the best in your exams. Thank you very much, and always remember that the best is said of you. Thank you for watching.